Welcome back to Here for the Common Game. Today, in deck number 995, we're going way back to Ice Age. Yeah, there's one from back there I haven't done yet. Marton Stromgald. Now, I know this is one of those old powerful reserve list cards. It's worth like $1. But anyway, for 4 mana, we get a 1/1. Yeah. And the wording is the plus star, so we'll read you the Oracle text, shall we? When Marton Stromgald attacks, other attacking creatures get +1/+1 until end of turn for each attacking creature other than Marton. Whenever Marton blocks, other blocking creatures get +1/+1 until end of turn for each blocking creature other than Marton. So, he is a really good leader. As long as Marton is attacking and blocking, it is go wide and go tall. So, obviously, with a 4 mana 1/1, we have the utmost priority in keeping him safe. You know, Lightning Greaves, Swift Foot Boost, but most importantly, the Whisper Silk Cloak. We don't want anything else touching him. And we would love the fact to him to be unblockable, because Marty don't get big. Everything that attacks with Marty does get big. So, Marty needs an army. We got Gobos. Yeah, that's right. So, let's go through our ramp, shall we? We have Soul Ring, Fire Diamond, Burnished Heart, Thought Vessel, Prismatic Lens, Wayfarer's Bauble, Arcane Signet, Ruby Medallion, Hedron Crawler, and the Big Papa Mana Geyser. Now, this is not necessarily a Storm deck. There's a few Storm components in it. You know, Rite of Flame, Desperate Ritual, Pyretic Ritual, Brightstone Ritual. Yeah, those are there. We do have the Goblin Token Maker, help me out, Empty the Warrens. But mainly all that's in here for is the Etherflux Reservoir, because paying 50 to deal 50 is just smooth. I love it. So now let's get to our card draw, shall we? I'm not going to classify the Scroll Rack as card draw, but you know, you have access to more cards. If you've got a shuffle effect, it's real good. Past in Flames, also not card draw, but all the instant sorcerers in your yard, you got one more use out of them, so that's good. We have Faithless Looting, Thrill of Possibility, Magus of the Wheel, because sometimes people will let it live, you know. Howling Mine, and more importantly, Skull Clamp, because Skull Clamping Goblins is what we do, right? Especially if Passion Mons is out there, because, you know, when a Goblin dies, it deals 1 damage to a target, and then it does that, sack a Goblin to make 2 Goblins, which is kind of a rehash of the really old Goblin Warren's enchantment, to where, you know, you spend 3 mana, sack 2 Goblins, make 3. So the Goblins just pop up out of nowhere. As far as actual Goblins, I have 5. The Bloodmark Mentor, you know, giving them all first strike. Gutter Snipe, because we're casting a lot of instants and sorceries. Skirk Prospector, get that mana, and, you know, them dying and whatnot. Goblin Rabble Master is pretty decent, and the Battle Squadron, because that's what we got for flying, is the Battle Squadron. And sometimes, it's such an overlooked card, but sometimes it is just so huge. So let's look at our Goblin Token Makers, right? Sure, why not? We have the Siege Gang Lieutenant. You know, it's going to make them... then we also have the Siege Gang Commander. So, what's left? Is it Siege Gang Captain? Does that exist and just not make tokens? I don't know. We have a Goblin War Party. Makes 3 tokens. We have a Goblin Assault. Darn, Goblins have to attack each turn. That's the plan. Goblin Rally makes 4. Krinko's Command makes 2. Dragon Fodder makes 2. Hordling Outburst makes 3. Goblin slots, slide them goblins on in there. Non-creature 1, you get a goblin. Beetleback Chief brings some goblins. You see a pair of goblins. Yes, yes I do. They certainly are. Goblin Offensive. Legion Warboss. And then we're going to make goblins better now, right? So we're going to try to make them better. Kindred Charge. For, choose goblin. For each creature you control of the chosen type, get a token that's a copy of it. Haste, exile. Yeah, okay. So double your gobos till end of turn. We got to crash through to give them trample, just, the off chance. And it's draws you a card. It's 1 mana. It replaces itself. Sure. Cavalcade of Calamity. Yeah. Whenever a creature you control with power 1 or less attacks, Cavalcade deals 1 damage to the defender. Wow. Goblin War Strike. Now, that's sometimes enough to just shoot somebody right there. Heraldic Banner. I love Heraldic Banner because it's +1/+0, so your Skull Clamp still works. Goblin War Drums, making them all menace. Then we have 6 of our Throne of Eldraine enchantments. Impact Tremors. Creature comes in, deals a point. Goblin Bombardment, sack a creature, deal a point. Raid Bombardment. Creature control power 2 or less attacks, deal a point. You see where this is going. Shared Animosity. Here again, I love that it's +1/+0 because your Skull Clamp still works. Blood Moon, because goblins need every advantage they can get. They really, really do. Yeah, we got 5 non-basic lands, but 3 of them are cycling lands so that we can, if we draw them, we can pitch them. But anyway, Blood Moon does slow down some things, helps the goblin deck out, and there's no drawback for us, really. And then the Aggravated Assault, spend some mana to get another combat step. Let's look at our removal. Can you tell that we're paranoid about blue? I mean, we have Power Blast and Red Elemental Blast. I know blue's probably not the bane of this deck, but it's what we got. I should probably run Flash Fires to destroy all planes, because white is the one of the board wipe colors. What can you do? We have a Braid, Chaos Warp, Shattering Pulse, and Vandal Blast. That's the rest of our removal. We have got our non-basics, those 3 cycle lands, the Desert of the Fervent, Smoldering Crater, Forgotten Cave. I like the Keldon Necropolis, even though they got the shaft when it came to that legendary land cycle. Sack a creature, deals 2 damage, sure. And then Rogue's Passage to finish us up. Yeah. Marton Stromgald leading that army of goblins. I'm sure there are better... I know there's better Goblin commanders, and I'm sure there's better Marty decks, but yeah, I didn't have a DeLorean, so, it's whatever. But that's what we've got for today. I do appreciate y'all watching, liking, subscribing, sharing, all the fun stuff. Thank you so much. But right now, we're going to shuffle and cut.